Hey, my name is Godson, and today I'm here with Wacko Dreamer, and we'll be having a conversation for EGO Zine. So, Wacko, welcome. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Thank you for having me.
So, Wacko Dreamer is definitely an interesting name.
Oh,
Could you tell us a little bit about the inspiration behind that?
That's fucking hilarious because the amount of times I thought about, man, what am I going to tell people? You know how Donald Glover got his name? You know?
Yeah, I believe it was a Wu-Tang name.
Yeah, so I was fucking around with it. This was like 2 years before I even wanted to rap. I was fucking around with it, and I put Brian Misoki, which is just my first and last name, and I got some weird like Captain Morgan, weird ass name, Captain Wizard Man. And then I was like, okay, let's see what my friends got, and they put in like their full middle name and everything. I was like, oh, I didn't try that. Did it? Got Wacko Dreamer. Fucked with it heavy, but then didn't really do shit with it until 2 years later. I was like, oh, like I kind of like Wacko Dreamer. It symbolizes a lot of what I've gone through in those 2 years because I've had stupid dreams to do, like everything I've talked about. Like you talk to anyone, they'll be like, oh yeah, Brian talked to me a little bit about what directing, comedy, acting, and I was like, okay, it's kind of fitting. They were right. I'm pretty crazy.
Let's go back to day one. You didn't really start making music until kind of recently.
Yeah.
So what was kind of the catalyst for that?
It definitely was Childish Gambino that brought me back into music and made me understand a lot more. Because I was really into old school shit because my dad brought me on to like reggae. I remember my MP3 had like 7 songs. Eminem Spacebound, In the Club by 50 Cent. That Akon song with Snoop Dogg. I seen you on it. But, you know, I was just listening to that shit on loop, old school shit. I think I had a Biggie track on there too. Old school shit going on. And then as music was evolving, I was really kind of like, I don't care for it that much. It's alright. I'm not into music like that. Found Childish Gambino. Man, I don't even know how. I kind of just, my eyes got opened up because I related a lot to his music. Or most of the artists I listen to now, I'm chilling, writing, reading a book or something. I don't read that much, so don't get it twisted. But you know, it's mostly my artistry has come from, you know, artists that I've related to and artists that I've brought out a lot in me.
Is that something you try to emulate in your own music?
Most of the time, yeah. I try to tell people, you know, don't be an idiot. Don't like try to be another Lil Pump or don't try to be another Kendrick Lamar. It's not fun for you because you're constricting yourself to sounding a certain way. It's always going to be easier if you're just writing about what you want to write about, and don't try to mask your identity. Don't try to mask that and put on this different kind of like, you know, front.
So how would you then describe your music?
My music, it's a bit of everything, but I always like to keep consistency. Got a bad breakup or some shit, you know, I'll hit you with them vocals and them lyrics and stuff, but I kind of want to make stuff that will never, you know, put me in a box.
I saw you've recently released some music yourself.
Yes, I did.
MIDSUMMER's Atmosphere, right?
Yeah.
What was kind of the process behind making that?
It's just a process of knowing when a song is ready, when it isn't, when it fucks up the whole vibe of the thing. So, you know, you don't want to, I don't think of making an album and giving people like banger, 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 oh, banger, 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 you know? So I kind of force myself most of the time to just be like, set this aside, you know? Even though if I'm like, oh, it's so good, the lyrics are so good, it just doesn't work with, it doesn't work with that album. So,
So was there like, before you really started on it, was there like an idea, like this is the message I want to get out and this album says that? Or is it just like you had a few songs, you're like, oh, I can make an album out of this.
Yeah,
that's you curate this.
It's the second one. Usually I go for the first. I had a tape before called Playground Mixtape and Memories. It's just that. It's just old. Me talking about like when I was at the park as a kid type shit. It's, you know, that kind of vibe. Giving people that nostalgic energy, like, oh, we was chilling like back in the day and now we gotta pay bills. But it's just that kind of idea for most of my music is my initial process.
This has been a wonderful conversation. Is there anything you'd like to tell the city of Edmonton?
I just want, you know, I want people to spit their hearts out, make some bars, write some crazy shit, because I'm coming for the next few months. You know, I've got a lot of shit on lock. Urban Zoo's got shit on lock, so don't sleep as well. Don't sleep on the artists out there. They're doing crazy shit. Stay lovely. Stay beautiful.
This has been EGO Zine with Godson and Wacko Dreamer.